So Debbie, tell us, what advice do you have for somebody entering the field of music education?
That's a good question, and there's some wonderful resources on the Artist House site that addresses this question. Kathy Benedict and Sandy Feldstein, Nancy Shankman, and I would encourage new music educators to check those out. From my experience, I would say to really try to become integrated into the fabric of the school community. As a music education major, you go from being surrounded by music education majors to pretty much being an island in a school system. You very often are the only music teacher there. And you know, the painful truth is that sometimes you're just perceived as a prep period, a time for teachers to get a break from their students. So it's important to work with teachers early on in the school year, find out about what kind of curriculum they're addressing, see if you can do some kind of integration of music, not just a frog song when they're studying frogs, but you know, something much more comprehensive. I also think it's important to get to know people who really can help you with your programs. The janitor should be your best friend, the custodian should be your best friend, and they made all the difference for me when I was in the classroom.
Everybody's important.
Everybody's important, yeah, everybody's important. The other music educators, the other teachers, and most importantly, the students.
So what do you think it really takes to be a good teacher? Do you have any advice of, you know?
I would like to kind of say what Sandy Feldstein said in his clip, and that is to be a really great listener. Kids know right away if you are happy to be there working with them or not, and if you have that connection with the students, you can take their musicality so far and your program with them so far. I also think it's important to be sort of your own PR engine. With budget cuts and things. There are a lot of advocacy resources out there, but you know, if parents and students are excited about your program, parents will fight for your program when it comes down to budget cuts. So it's important to be visible.
How about when you're putting together programs? What do you need to know about copyright laws, those kinds of things?
Oh yeah, I think it's very important for music educators to become well versed in copyright law. I think too often teachers might do what their teachers did, photocopy music, and not really even realize the ramifications and you know, the legalities of it all. But there are wonderful resources on Artist House Music that speak directly to music educators and copyright. Dave Olson has some great clips on that. There were some very good publications on it. But the laws are changing quite a bit, especially with digital music. But I think it's important to stay on top of those things.
And with that, I mean, what kinds of technology do you think that teachers should understand or be using all the time to stay abreast of upgrading? Are there certain items, or?
I think it's very important in general for music educators to really be on top of technology and to integrate technology into their teaching, whether they're teaching general music at the elementary level or high school. I think in order for the program to be relevant to today's student, technology really needs to be part of it. There's some great resources for teachers to dive in. There's an organization called TIME, TIME.org, I believe, and they have, you know, week-long workshops and certificate training in using technology in the classroom. But I think it's very important to stay on top of those things.
Thank you.